How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Big D here. It's time to review Mad Men Season 7, Episode 11, titled Time and Life. This is a spoiler review. If you have not seen the episode, go to amc.com/madmen. Watch the full episode there. It should take me less than 2 minutes to recap the episode, give you my pros and cons and final score at the end. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Just 3 more episodes left of Mad Men, and that's it. I mean, it's unbelievable. And I'm going to be crying on the last day because this is just, again, a fantastic show. I've said it many times before. Such a shame to see it go. I just wish that it just keeps on going. Even generation to generation, Dawn's kids, Peggy's kids, I don't know, just, her child we haven't seen in a very long time, since like season 1. So, I mean, I want to see, a lot of things have closure, but looks like we're not, because 3 hours left, unless they do a time jump. Most likely not. But anyway, let's get right to it. Stan and Peggy are with kids basically, and they're like trying to like do toys and everything, like who's going to be in a commercial. I just love how Stan, like, he knows how to work with kids, and he tells the kids to throw a ball, and he's like, easy there, man. I love Stan's hair and beard. It's just the best. And it makes me miss my long hair. I was like, oh man, I could have used that. I could have had that look, man, if I had a beard. But I can't. I would never grow a beard like that. It's just too hard. I'm not hardcore like that, man. Anyway, maybe one day. So they're losing the office basically because they didn't pay lease. The office, etc., etc. You guys know. So they're gonna try to do 3 accounts in 24 hours. The company. There's talks about Tokyo and California, moving to California. And Ted found a girl. I thought that's pretty interesting. Ted thinks he's found the one. He probably has, knowing that there's 3 episodes left. So I'm happy for Ted. Ted's pretty. He was actually used this episode. It's pretty cool. So basically, Pete Campbell. Is his name Peter? I already forgot his name. Yeah, Pete. He hits this guy named McDonald, who, his daughter and everything was trying to get into the school or this area, and he's like, the guy brings it up, he's like, the Campbells 300 years ago slaughtered my family, and he was like, it's the king's order, it's 300 years ago, and he just socks him, man, and it looked realistic, really looked cool, and this girl that Stan and Peggy are taking care of, she staples her thumb, and the mom gets there at the exact time, and she, gets angry and everything, so stomps out. The company, they do a meeting, Dawn and his team, and company with another man, basically, and talk about advertisements, basically. Peggy misses her kid, basically. Diana moved, so Dawn can't find her. Where is she? I doubt we'll see her again, maybe next week. Hopefully we don't see her, but whatever. Peggy's going to the new work. You guys know if you've seen the episode where she's going to. So McCann, she's going to go to McCann. And Meredith fights back. I like how Meredith fights back, actually. Not like really, but she kind of stands up and she's like, what are you doing, Dawn? Like, no one's telling me anything. Are we really losing ourselves to McCann? And she just keeps on going, and I'm like, finally, Meredith. Everyone wanted to say, hey, when's Meredith going to stand up? She did this episode. I think she's going to even get more tougher. I mean, she may be just smart as, not bright as a light bulb, but dim. Still, she's pretty good at standing up for herself. This time, unless Joan comes around, she's like, get out, and she just gets out. But one day she'll stand up to Joan. One day. As always, after that, Dawn makes the announcement, and people get mad about the McCann thing, and people just leave, and they're like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if they're just like leaving, they have to pack up their stuff and everything, but they leave and they go their own separate ways, and everyone's like, it wasn't our idea. So that was basically the episode, guys. Let me give you my pros and cons. Excuse me. I don't know why I always sweating this time, man. It sucks being big. Now, can I just say this episode, the cinematography, dude. Beautiful shots of just them sitting at a table. Wide, the lighting. It was the way that they're just posed. Looked very well done. The cinematography, the lighting, and the set pieces. Just The Office. I mean, we've always seen The Office season after season, but just the way that this episode handled it, this felt like a classic Mad Men episode. They weren't dealing with Don's personal issues or anyone's really much a lot about personal issues. They were dealing with something to do in the office. They were actually doing something that they originally used to do in season 4 and 5, actually deal with work. That's what I liked about this episode, man. I was like, finally we get back to the basics. We went back to the basics, basically. And basics, basically. I said basic. Just the feeling and the tone, and I love Stan and Peggy together, man. They're just like a ticking time bomb, yet their friendship is amazing, and I would like to see a little love between them. I'm not saying too strong, but Stan and Peggy, or I guess they'll say friendship forever, but Stan needs to find someone before the season ends better. I love the ending, and I again love how Meredith just stood up for herself, and that ending was pretty good. I didn't predict it to be like that, where they all just announce it and everyone just gets pissed off, and you know how it is. Again, the feeling, cinematography, set pieces, Stan and Peggy, just overall was pretty good. My only cons really is this episode was slow. There are some slow parts, not a big deal, not maybe a couple points off. The pacing that was a little bit of a problem. Just like I wanted more Pete and Trudy, like. I just wanted a little bit more of them, but then again, I felt like things were kind of rushed in this episode because they're trying to focus on the McCann office thing. They're trying to focus on that. But then you got Pete on the side and Trudy, and then you have Stan and Peggy, and then you have a little bit of Meredith in there, and then you have a couple characters that they're trying to throw in, and Ken. They tried to throw Ken in there, and it's just focus on one. I know every week you did focus last week on Glenn. Yes, last week Glenn and 3 other characters. Just focus on one each week. This time, just focus on the deal with McCann. It's too late to do it. This was the episode to do it. You're not gonna do it next week. It's different stuff, or they probably will, but I don't want them. Just get it all done in one episode. That's it. That's all I say. You could have got the whole storyline of that McCann thing done this episode, but and the whole mom thing, basically, with the way that her kid stapled her finger and everything. I kind of wish that she'd come back and be like, I'm going to sue you guys, and we'll be like, we're not going to be here within the next 10 days, so I'm sorry. See ya. Stan doing his hair flip, like, yeah, we're not going to be here 10 days, man, so, here's my number, though. And then Peggy will be like, oh, Stan. And then it'll just be like, that's all, folks. Mad Men. And then I'll just be like, stay tuned for more, upcoming clips of Mad Men. And then a Walking Dead promo comes on, and then it just takes the thunder from Mad Men. It's just the way it is, guys. Overall, I'm going to give this episode a solid B, an 8.70 out of a 10. It's a good episode. It's not great. I still like the past couple episodes, but still, it goes back to the basics, and it's really fun just being around the office again. It didn't really focus on Don this episode. Don didn't say much when you think about it. He didn't say like more than 5 or 6 pages at least. Maybe 5 pages he spoke. Less than 5 pages, really. We got a lot more just on different characters, and still a lot were focused on. Joan had a moment, Pete had a moment, but overall, still it's just a good episode. It's not great, didn't blow my mind, but still enjoyable and fun. I'll see you guys next week for episode 12, titled Lost Horizon. Until then, hit that like button if you want more Mad Men videos, and let Spock be with you always. 3 more weeks. It's the end of an era. Don't miss it.